Welcome to our course, Diabetes and Obesity, Caring for the Whole Patient. I hope you're in the same room, in the right room. A little joke on our virtual platform. We are so glad that you're here with us today, and we hope you feel that you're with us in the same room. My name is Marie McDonald. I am an endocrinologist at the Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm an associate professor of medicine, and I direct the diabetes program at the Brigham and Women's Hospital through the Division of Endocrinology, Diabetes, and Hypertension. Now, we developed this course together as three course directors. My course directors with me today are Vanita Arota. Vanita is an associate professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School. She's also the clinical diabetes research director in the Division of Endocrinology here at Brigham, and Carolina Povian, who's a professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School, and she directs the Center for Weight Management and Wellness. She co-directs that program with colleagues in surgery and gastroenterology. So you can see already with our course directors, we plan to cover the broad spectrum of what we understand, and I think you'll agree, is the increasingly complex landscape around understanding and treating metabolic disease. So before I pass it over to Dr. Arota to tell us about what we're about to learn, I'm going to go through some housekeeping issues for us, okay? All right. Okay, so first of all, this is a CME program. We do value your feedback. It's really important for CME programs, as you know. So please complete the course evaluation within 30 days to claim your credits. The evaluation is located on your HMS portal. It is okay to complete daily, but be sure to click the save button. I was advised to make sure you do that so you don't lose that critical input that you're putting in there. And be sure to activate your portal account looking for that email that you can see there. To follow the instructions and click as you go through. So let's go through how you're going to navigate the course. So the best approach is to click on the syllabus tab once you log into the portal. This is the best way to view the slides. You can view along with the speaker. You can also click on Study Hall tab to view the recorded lectures. You can view all the lectures for 60 days, and I believe they're available within 48 hours of the live talk. And our team can correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe that's what you should expect, 24 to 48 hours. Now, for you and your friends, can you purchase the recordings to the course? Yes, you can do that. If you haven't already signed up for the full course, you can still do that. So please spread the word. We do like to make these materials enduring so that folks can, go back to these materials and continue to learn. It's hard to capture, as you'll learn from Dr. Arota, everything that we're going to talk about just in these 3 days. And we know that. And so we're hoping you'll be able to review. Be sure to contact us with any questions. You can do that through email for questions about the course in general. And also we have the course administrators. I'd really like to recognize Michelle Deraney, who is the brains behind the operation here, and Stephanie Tran Nguyen. They're both wonderful collaborators and have done so much work collaborating with our speakers and the directors to bring this course to you. All right, now, very important, the whole time as you're going through and listening to our wonderful speakers, we really want you to engage. This should be as interactive as possible. And in some ways, virtual platforms allow for more interaction just because you're engaged with this, the Q&A here. So take advantage of it. We plan to discuss your patient-oriented questions, and that's why we say your cases will be discussed. Please feel free to do that. Questions will be answered and discussed during the expert panels, but you can submit them during the lectures, and our expert technological support team, they will actually collate them and identify them for specific speakers. And of course, the moderators will do that as well. So feel free to ask your questions as they come up. You don't have to save them. You can put them up there as they arrive in your head. Okay. All right. Now, without further ado, I would like to turn this over to Dr. Vanita Arota, who will take us through the course in general. And these are some of the highlights on this slide.
Thank you so much, Marie. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I just want to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes. So Michelle and Stephanie gathered us together over the last year, and Caroline, Marie, and I said, what is it that every person needs to know in caring for the full patient? Because what we know is that glucose and body weight, those are just tip of the iceberg, and they represent a lot of underlying processes that manifest in different ways in the liver, in the mind, in the heart. And we said, let's bring it all together. So any guesses, Marie or Caroline, how many sessions we put together for these 3 days? It's unheard of.
It feels like a lot. That's all I will say.
6 sessions. We deliberately made them 20 minutes. So you have access to all the world's experts, 20 minutes at a time, plus 11 panel sessions, interactive panel sessions, where, that's kind of the meat of the learning of what merging the art and the science. In addition, we have 3 highlight keynote lectures, but I will say all of the lectures really are just above and beyond. But the 3 highlights today will kick off with Dr. Lee Kaplan on the nature of body weight, what the clinician must know. On day 2, the keynote will be Dr. Caroline Apovian with obesity and type 2 diabetes. And then on day 3, I'll have a keynote on the continuum of obesity and type 2 diabetes and revisiting treatment goals via the consensus and guidance process. We will also have 11 case and panel discussions really focusing on you all, and we have a separate dedicated case presentation with focused panel discussion led by Nancy Oliveira, Janice McLeod, and Megan Ariagno. And on day 3, we end with an interactive workshop led by our own psychiatrist here at Brigham and Women's Hospital on activating behavior change in your patient. So motivational interviewing workshop. Please take advantage of it all here live and in the enduring process. I'll hand it back to you, Marie.
Thank you, Vanita. That was fantastic. I'm going to ask you a question, actually. Why are we doing 20-minute talks? I'm putting you on the spot. Why aren't we doing the 40-minute or 50 minute?
The traditional grand rounds type format is 40 minutes, but what we've learned is the live virtual space is that people's attention spans are about 15 to 20 minutes. And we wanted to maximize the learning as well as maximize the interaction. So and cover it all. There's no part of the body that diabetes and obesity doesn't affect. So this was our way to optimize the learning for all of us.
Thank you. That's how I feel too. Okay, great. So let's actually take a little bit of extra time and look at today. I'm going to focus right now, day 1, we're about to launch. It's very exciting. Let's look at our agenda. We're going to start with Dr. Kaplan, and I'll turn over to Dr. Apovian to introduce our esteemed colleague next. But before we do that, we're going to spend the morning really with the background. What is happening fundamentally in the case of obesity and dysmetabolism. So Dr. Pletsky will set the really important stage of understanding the impact on the cardiovascular system. We'll then move to the kidney with Dr. Rosas. And a topic we did not cover in our first 2 years ago when we did this course, which is so incredibly important with even recent data on understanding the prevalence of metabolically associated cancers with Dr. Meyerhart from Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. We'll then have a panel to discuss, perhaps how we're going to talk to patients. How do we talk to patients about what sounds really daunting around the risk that they have in these areas? We'll then move on to the next section about the different therapeutics. The fundamentals of nutrition comes next, which I think Dr. Arota did mention that we have a unique case presentation after the fundamentals of nutrition. moving on, we'll actually talk about specific therapeutics and side effects. This is, I think, critical for the clinician. We face it every single day. How do we counsel our patients about pancreatitis? What about my thyroid? Am I going to be dehydrated on day one when I start an SGLT2 inhibitor? These are things that you and I face every day. What do the experts think? How are they going to guide us on this realistically? Because we know the benefits, generally speaking, do outweigh the risk in most people. So how do we help people and get them there? So I'm going to actually leave the day 2 for tomorrow.